membership of IDA is open to all the members of IDA. It has 189 members as on January 2019. IDA has two types of members. Part 1 members are called as developed countries, and there are 24 countries in this category, and they are called as G24 countries. Part 2 members are developing countries. Organization structure of IBRD is nothing but the organization structure of IDA, and the president of the officers operate the IDA. The loans of IDA credits. So usually the IDA loans are called as IDA credits, and their credits are mainly for poverty alleviation and improvisation of the performance of the member countries. And the conditions of loan for IDA is repayment period is 35 to 40 years, grace period is 10 years, and interest rate varies between 0 to 0.5, and this is waived now, and administration fee is 0.75% on the loan amount disbursed. Next, we have International Finance Corporation, which was established in the year 1950, and mainly to provide finance to private sector in developing countries, and it is also the affiliate of World Bank and has got separate legal entity, funds and functions. All the members of World Bank are eligible to become the members of International Finance Corporation, and it has 184 members by the year 2019. Objectives of IFC is being again stated in Article 1 of the Article of Agreement. And the main objective of the International Finance Corporation is to encourage more private investment and encourage more of private productivity and growth of productive private enterprises in the member countries. And they also help encourage private investors, assist in financing the establishment and improvement of productive private enterprises, help them in generating more employment opportunities and providing the investments and helping them to make investments available at reasonable terms, and to help in promoting the flow of private capital. Assistance to the member countries. IFC provides financial assistance to large, medium and small scale private sector industries, and they also provide assistance in the form of direct investment. They provide assistance in the form of foreign and local capital, technical assistance, capital market development. They also provide assistance for small scale industries, especially in the developing and least developed countries. Next, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency was established in the year 1988, and it is again an affiliate to World Bank. It's a joint venture of IBRD and IFC. Main motto or objective of Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency is to encourage flow of direct foreign investments in the less developed countries and encourage more investors, and also provide insurance cover for these investors who are investing in least developed countries, taking the risks. And they also help in providing guarantee against non-commercial risks. They help providing promotional and advisory services and credibility among the investors, as they encourage more investments and private investments in the least developed countries. Next, when it comes to implications for business, they do help in currency management, that is in the help of International Monetary Fund. They also work for currency management. Then they also provide business strategy. They also help in exchange rate mechanism. They help in formulating proper exchange rate policies, and they also help in reviewing the policies, corporate government relations. Then that's it from the World Bank point of view. So World Bank point of view, it's a summation of International Development Association, International Finance Corporation, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, and International Center for Settlement of Investment Dispute. The last institution that I'm going to speak about in this particular chapter is Asian Development Bank. So regional development banks play a vital role in the development of that particular region. Now, we are speaking about Asian Development Bank. It's a regional development bank which has been established for Asian countries. So, it was established for economic growth and cooperation in the region of Asia and Far East, including the South Pacific. And Asia has got about 30% of world population. So, but the pace of development is comparatively slow. So, therefore, in order to pace up the development in Asian region, this development bank has been established in the year 1996 on December 19th. They provide additional sources, attract investment from outside the region. The objective of Asian Development Bank is to promote economic cooperation and growth in Asia and Far East, and to encourage members to work collectively and individually to have economic growth of the member countries by reducing poverty, and also for execution of the projects of the member countries, and also support for human development activities such as healthcare facilities, educational facilities, nutrition, population planning, etc. And they also provide support for policy reforms in order to create more opportunities for the poor country. In a nutshell, this entire chapter is going to have International Monetary Fund, its organizational structure, its different facilities, and the quota methodology. In that, reserve tranche and credit tranche is very, very important. Next, we have World Bank. Under World Bank, again, organizational structure, functions, objectives, and different facilities that the World Bank provides, and how the capital is going to be determined. Next, we have international liquidity. Under international liquidity, we did study about special drawing rights and IMF and international reserves. And make sure that you are going to study the difference between International Monetary Fund and World Bank, which happens to be a section B question that has been asked multiple times in your previous year examination. Next, we did discuss World Bank Group in detail. So under that, International Development Association, International Finance Corporation, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. Again, we did discuss about the Regional Development Bank, that is Asian Development Bank. So please make sure that every bank, its date of establishment and its facilities in particular has to be remembered, and the same points has to be written in your exam. So for section A, what is special drawing right, what is international liquidity, then expanding MIGA, ICSID, so such questions, what is reserve tranche, what is credit tranche can be expected. For your section B questions, difference between World Bank and IMF, objectives of IMF, objectives of World Bank, write a note on special drawing right, write a note on international liquidity can be expected. For your section C, describe IMF, describe World Bank, or describe international liquidity. So these are the possible questions from this particular chapter. With this, I have completed the entire syllabus, and feel free to provide your opinions. Feel free to ask any of the doubts. Thank you.